He was the janitor, just a man cleaning floors to support his daughter. Then a little girl handed him $20 and asked, "Will you be my dad for 3 days?" What happened next? Even the CEO who ignored him couldn't look away. Jake. Evans worked the night shift at Sterling Corp Tower, a sleek, mirrored skyscraper downtown. He cleaned cubicles, refilled paper trays, and mopped polished marble hallways while the CEOs and investors slept or partied in penthouses above .in. The morning, no one noticed him. Faint footprints on the floor, the faint scent of bleach, gone. Only the elevators whispered, and only he remembered that he'd already been there for hours. Jake was a single dad. His 11-year-old daughter, Mia, stayed with her mother in another state. Yet every night, he whispered into his phone, "Good night, sweetheart. I'll be home soon." One quiet afternoon, as Jake was sweeping near the executive lift, a voice interrupted him. "Excuse me, Mr. Janitor?" Mia's school uniform made her look older than her 7 years. Nervous, hopeful, clutching a crumpled $20 bill. "My dad can't come to Dad Day. Mommy's busy, but they made us bring someone. Will you be my dad for 3 days? I'll pay you." Jake paused, stunned. Checked his mop bucket. He looked around. No security, no coworker. Just this small child holding out something she thought she couldn't get for free. He kneeled and gently slid the $20 into her pocket. "Sweetheart, you don't need to pay for kindness. I'll do it, not for the money, but for the smile." Her eyes lit up. He wiped his hand on his trousers and followed her to the school. Jake in the school auditorium, standing behind men in tailored suits and women in pearls. He clutched Mia's hand, took a deep breath, then stepped up to the microphone. He spoke. Softly, "I'm a janitor. I clean floors here in the city because that's the best job I could find after my divorce. I work nights so my daughter can have a roof. I sometimes miss her birthday by minutes, but I don't miss her dreams. On days like today, I stand with pride, even though I don't wear a suit." Silence fell. Applause started, slow, genuine, until the auditorium roared with respect. Mia looked at him, all shining in her eyes. One hand clutched his, the other hid her mother's old necklace, a locket with his picture. The CEO's daughter, later revealed, watched from the back, eyes full of something he couldn't name, remorse. That afternoon, after the program, the CEO of Sterling Corp, Veronica Grant, asked to speak privately with him. She led him to her glass office overlooking the city and sat him down. "You're the janitor I've seen in the lobby all these years. You never bothered to introduce yourself." Jake noticed the stained coffee cup on her desk. Even the suit had a smudge she hadn't bothered to clean. He looked at her, compassion, softening his tone. "I didn't need to." "You never looked down at me." Veronica's eyes welled. She bit her lip. After a silence that felt like years, she said, "I want to offer you something. Not just a promotion, but a chance to lead a new department that bridges privilege and need. Full salary, vacation, and I mean it when I say, thank you for saving the day in that elementary school." Jake's breath caught. "You don't say that to janitors," he replied. "Maybe I should," she whispered. Jake declined the offer at first. He feared he'd lose who he was. Clean floors, yes, but also carry the empathy that built his character. But Veronica insisted. "Take it," she said. "And I want you to take Fridays off for Mia's school events, health care, and next week your daughter moves here. My family," her voice trailed. She handed him an envelope. "Custody papers, signed. We verified your situation because of your speech." Jake gazed at the papers in silence, eyes growing wet. Later, he found an email from Veronica. Subject: Dad of the Year inside. Photos of Mia smiling in the bleachers. A note reading, "You were more than her guest. You were her hero. Dad for 3 days. You're her real hero." In the following months, Jake led community outreach programs for Sterling Corp, hiring residents from struggling neighborhoods. He hosted father-daughter nights. He built ladders for kids to climb. Brick by brick, toward dignity. Veronica, once cold and detached, volunteered. One evening, she brought her own daughter to meet Mia and Jake. They played, laughed, helped decorate cupcakes for the January fundraiser. And every time someone asked how it all started, Jake would shrug and say, with $20 and a brave little girl who believed no kindness should ever have a price. They thought one visit could be bought, but what they got was a bond stronger than contracts, richer than power. Sometimes the most overlooked lives build the greatest bridges. And sometimes showing up is the greatest gift you can ever give.